Talking with Gordon from the Violent Femmes. Start the show off with my favorite tune, Never Tell. What do you think when you hear that song?
I think of Brian. That's a little joke between us, but I do in that he's playing bass and he has just a tremendous bass on this tune. Also, it's a song that has had some influence with other bands and other musicians, which has been quite interesting. Years ago, there was a French group that said that was such a huge thing for their band, you know, over there in Europe. That song.
Really?
We're trying to do an interview here. All right. Anyway, so it's a song we do, and we still play it. We play it, you know, once out of every, I don't know, 3 or 4 shows. We'll play it. We don't use a set list. We just call off the songs.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that.
Brian does that as well.
Yeah.
And so you know, that's a song we'll do every few nights.
Never Tell, Violent Femmes. Talking with Gordon. Chrissy Hine discovered you from the Pretenders. They're coming here to the House of Blues in a couple of weeks. How'd that all go down?
Well, we were playing on the street in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which is that was right when we first started in the summer of 1981. So this is officially now our 25th year.
Congratulations.
And yeah,
is it kind of like
I don't know what do I say? I say thank you or you're welcome or what? I don't know what to say to that. But anyway, it's nice people still want to hear the music.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Yeah. And we were playing out on the street because we couldn't get a show anywhere inside. None of the clubs or bars would let us play, so we just thought we'd play out on the street. And then the Pretenders were in early for a sound check and load in. We weren't even aware of that, but they had we were playing outside the theater where they were playing that evening, but they were there earlier and saw us playing and really liked it and had us play a few songs before they played that night. We didn't go back to our homes. We just stayed there at the theater and got great support from them and learned a few things also. But then that was it. Then I don't know if I've ever seen any of them ever again. Some of them left the planet after a little bit, not too long after. But I think Brian and Victor, the other guys in the band, I think have occasionally met somebody from the Pretenders, but I don't think I've. So we didn't go out on a tour, you know, from that. We didn't get a record deal from that. Yeah. But when we did, then it was a nice story to talk about.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Speaking of bands that start on the street, a band called Guster. Are you familiar with them?
Yeah.
Started off playing in Boston. They did a whole,
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, on the streets, busking and stuff like that. They did a whole covers album of you guys for MTV.
Exactly.
Did you hear it?
I was just going to tell you. Yeah, Brian. Everything's going to have Brian in it. That's Brian Richie of Violent Femmes, which is not me. It's not me. I'm Gordon Gano. Brian and I were there, and we joined with them on a couple of tunes, supporting playing. I played violin on one song, and Brian played xylophone on another song. And it was so much fun listening to them play that.
They're cool guys.
Yeah, they were real nice, very nice.
What's your favorite song that they do of yours? Because let's play that one.
Well, the favorite song from that performance, absolutely, no question about it, was Please Do Not Go. And that's because it starts off with Brian's bass. No, it starts off with my guitar line. Trying to get Brian. Well, Brian's got a nice bass solo in there. But anyway, it starts off with my guitar rhythm. But whenever they did it, they got the beat turned. When the band kicked in, they had the beat turned around, so they just stopped. So they had about, I don't know how many, at least half a dozen false starts where they still just couldn't get it. And it was great because it was in front of everybody, and then we were just laughing and laughing, and it was a fun moment. And they handled it really well. They just kept trying it again and again and didn't know why it wasn't working.
That's awesome. I'll bring that up with them. They're coming here in a couple of weeks.
All right, yeah, but I think they'll remember. It was good. I mean, they really had great poise with it. It's like, okay, we don't know why this isn't working, but let's just try it again. And then eventually they did manage to get it right. Yeah, it's the rhythm guitar as it starts is hitting, I guess it's on the offbeats instead of on the beat, so it's syncopated, but when it's the only instrument hitting, this is getting a little musical. It sounds like it's on the, just on the downbeat instead of the upbeat kind of thing. So that's what it was. Somebody was being fooled by it, and I don't know who. Maybe you'll find out. Who was it that was messing that up every time?
I'll play them that little clip right there.
Yeah, ask them. Who kept messing it up?
Live DVD recently released. Why now, of all times?
I think it's Rhyno that's been. Well, I know it's Rhyno, but I'm saying the company Rhyno has been putting together different things with us of repackaging. They're a great company, especially with doing repackaging and lots of old music that's been around for a long time, such as ourselves. And there also was this thing that had been shot of a live concert from, I believe it was 1991, that had been lost for all these years. And we told some people about it, and they looked and looked for months and finally found it buried in some vaults, like cool. Mislabeled, called something else. and so that was, and then there's a few of our videos put along with it that, so I don't know, it's just somebody had the idea, and I don't know, it wasn't me, but somebody had the idea to let's put together a package like this, and you know, I thought that's good. So
Pretty cool.
It came together real nice.
The last new stuff we heard from you was released on the internet. Something's Wrong a couple of years back.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Anything, like a record coming out anytime soon? You working on anything new?
We all do things that aren't in the Violent Femme label.
Like side projects?
Yeah. So we all have different stuff we keep working on with music. But with Violent Femmes, there's another live recording that we might be making available at some point.
Over the internet or CD?
Not sure. Not sure.
Yeah.
It'll probably be something we're talking about making available at concerts, for example,
cool.
but maybe through some other sources too.
Yeah.
But that's there's no new studio recording in the works.
Do 5 quick questions. 1-word answer.
Okay.
iPod or CD?
CD.
Lennon or McCartney?
Lennon.
Alcohol or marijuana?
Alcohol.
Song you've
Definitely. Absolutely.
Song you've written you're most proud of?
Okay. The one I'm going to write next.
Cool. And 1 word, Violent Femmes. First thing pops in your head. In your band.
Oh, I was going to I have to pick Violent or Femmes because there's 2 words. I don't know. Femmes.
Cool. Gordon, thank you so much. Appreciate it.